Hello and welcome to Amnesia, though you can clearly see it, but still. And before I get started, I will note I do not know a lot about this. Yes, it's very old, but I haven't watched anything on it. The only real two things I know is the while you're in the dark and what you go insane or something or other, and that strange looking thing with a gaping mouth. Other than that, I don't really know anything. Anyway, let's get into this. Oh yeah, any notes I will try to read, because I need to try and improve my voice if possible. Welcome to Amnesia, the dataset. What follows is a couple of quick messages on how to get best possible experience. Okay. Amnesia should not be played to win. What's the point then? Ah, just kidding. Instead focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Do not worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. When you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. Okay, don't really need to read this. Yeah, game is more about running rather than fighting. I'll just leave it there. Do it no more. Because I don't know anything.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
I want to get up. That blood. Mentos. Follow the lick trail. Find its source. It's like blood. Right, okay. flower pot. Okay. Distractions maybe. Why is everything collapsed? A bit funky. It's the darkness, I'm guessing. Yeah, just a gust of wind. Cool your jets. Tinderbox. Yeah, another one. Into the fire. Oh, it's empty. Obviously. Top right. There's nothing in it. Get a bit fuzzy. That sure does get blurry. What some lovely portraits. Sure they won't end up messed up later. Or is it not that kind of game? Beg your pardon. Who's walking around? Oh, what? Okay, that's weird. Just because I can. Doesn't break though. Sure is dark in here. Goes that way. Which case I don't go that way yet. But just clothing. It could be. Oh, hello. You did. Not that there's anything in here. Oh well, moving on. Why is the basement the first place we go to? I'll pick one of those up. Oh, really? Oh, I can't even see what it is. You stop doing that. Okay. There's no light here. Surely you can't find that answer. It's just a gust of wind. It is bizarre, I will admit. Hey, there it is. Just make that message go away. Oh, look at this. Ugh, boring. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, I want to read it. That's not. Crouch. Notes. You sure do have a lot of tinder boxes just laying around, don't you? Okay, that is unsettling. Don't exactly get earthquakes in somewhere like London. What's this? What's a carpet? The old broomstick. Wait, no. Really? Wasn't a waste of time after all. Thought I'd just be making a mess. That's what I normally do. Yeah, no. Pick up item. Wait. I'm not doing that right now.
August 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, This will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
That's quite a message to have for yourself. Go to this place and murder somebody. By the way, something's following you. Nice to know. I hope that's just spilt wine of some sort. Why do I feel like I missed the door? Okay, just imagining that. You're not running this game. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Eva. A bit dark. Oh, now you tell me. Big pardon.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Okay. I guess in that way is the way I've got to go. Oil. Hit the box. That's a lot of books. Double oil. Okay. Not allowed to leave, I suppose. Laboratory. It is. Wine cellar. Okay. Could be the same for that, I assume. Or not. Hey. Bugger, what was it for? That's the one. That's what you need, the wine cellar. Ah. It's a bar. Didn't think you had a bar. Hello. Oh, lovely. Cockroaches.
What is this place?
Okay. Right. I had to read these. Lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Sorry if I'm not that good at this. That's why I'm trying to prove. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Stop doing that. Or do I have to do something with that at some point? More different chemicals are needed to continue. Let's see. What? When?
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquaforce.
Was he some kind of alchemist? Hello, were you? Chemistry. What? Another note. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, this is my third attempt to produce this artificial virtue. The former components lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Carmelian. And opium are given, and the culprit finds them well. This time I will accept aqua. So, Jesus words. Regia instead of aqua fortis, and hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put any use except as a detergent. Well, that's a use, isn't it? Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution. should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Wow, I really suck at reading. What's in there? Tinderbox. Oh. Stand by the fire for 56. You like the shape, don't you? I'm not going to ask. Oh, beg your pardon. Wait, I keep saying that. You just stop that. Oil. Oh, why is nothing else? Try and use the light within reason. What? There's actually someone else here. Now, I just want to check that door. If I'm right, it's probably locked. Or not, but it's got that strange gooey stuff. It is tough and killing. Where's it playing? Uh-huh. The archives. Ah, tad more fancy. Yet something about it seems unsettling. Another note.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
One, Just make sure those people go first before you. Liable to be booby traps. 2. Why can't you do all the reading? You're a lot better than what I am. Ugh, waste of time. Lights its noises. Shoes, that's sick. What is that noise? Like a form of humming. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brenberg, something like that. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, again, is to recommend, sorry, my services at the Persian Royal Court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gerich, Black Eagle. The Court of the Black Eagle. Strange. Piqued my interest. Ah, one button. That likes its noises. Seriously. Oh, another one. Go wait a sec. Nope. Alright then, where is it?
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Dum dum dum. Wait, I was playing music. Oh, here we go. I believe it was coming from that direction. And the right. Okay, who's making that noise? All the effects of sanity, I suppose. Oh. Well, that was the source of the music. Oh, find that out. Quite a large area. Local history. Okay, I don't like that. Hello. Oh, lovely. Oh, cockroach again. What's this? Never mind. What? That must be the last note. I'm gonna assume. Not gonna lie, really does give it an uneasy feeling.
castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
So I'm assuming they woke something up in this place. And now they are aware it's coming after. Oh, I'll get it. Probably going insane. Thank you. Wait, what?
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Have you never heard of...
Waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Yeah, you're never meant to go towards the light, dude.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
I get that feeling that thing might show up. That's what happened. Okay. How about this over here? Let's just check. Yeah, my L's going. In fact, it was very close to going. Hello. What did you just write? I already know that thing.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. Give me that. Interesting music. I cannot say that first bit. From Brandenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alsterdad, or something above, deep within the East Persian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbour, Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be. I'll bet the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travellers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. These were these words, or am I just rubbish? The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty get lost in the cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks, dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? Okay, how much is there? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrabita. Sorry if I get these wrong. I can't pronounce these. The well-known erudite, visited Alstad at the start of the 16th century. He resided in a local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwest Glads, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away. Grenoble some 10 years later, he dismissed the notion of ever visiting Astad. Astad, that's a weird name, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Bremberg, I hope that lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Astad. I just say that. And like most those of noble birth, rumours are inherited alongside with the title. Research in the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Persian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago. Wait, you're saying he's 300 years old? Lived through the time of occupation and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Again with this order. I want to know what this order is. Oh, sorry, I've run out of time. Only see 3 though. I did all 3 and it didn't do anything. Hello, what's this? I wasn't there before. Ah, a key. And an up. Oh, more reading. I don't know if I could take this. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to stop doing that. I need to lock William and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both of my problems. I'm kidding. It's just... Oh. Key up. Something light's doing that. Nothing. Hello. Keeps knocking the doors open like that. Wait. That's not a good sign because I came through that door once. Ah, there he is. Oh, but ugly himself. Hello. Oh, hello. Off to the wine cellar. That'll be where I'll stop it. Ah, what? That stuff just hit me. Why is it even pulsating? Yeah, gross. Are you waiting down there or something? Please stop that. Yeah, like that. Make sure nothing happens, but it shouldn't do straight off to go through a door. Be a bit silly if it did. Right, no. Okay. Thanks for watching my descent into darkness. I'll see you next time. Laters.